stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And complete to Zach Ertz. 22 yards there, a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56, right there, 56. I got you.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 60 or. Let's go, D. Let's go. Leo.
On 1st down, it's Taylor, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 4. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Yeah.
Check. Lucky.
Now a give, right side. Taylor powering forward. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. But just 4
What
yards
position
on
he
the
play?
pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, you talking about what position he plays? Oh yeah, I played with him before.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah, me, you, and on him and Sean.
Looking to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
Ready. 70, Indy. Hey, Echo.
It's our time. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And what's the leg? Kill.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
Oh,
And he's going to go
oh.
down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Mike Part 9.
Wants the pass. Shift.
He's checking. Crack.
He's driven.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Jim, now.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. Back to throw here. This is caught by Jackson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come. Get it on. Hey. No.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Mike, 49.
They're going to look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Let's go.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Taylor. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Check 56. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Flag.
2nd and 3. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd enough.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I'm here all day. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. 4 down. Check. Kill. Right.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
You don't see me.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll run with Sanders, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. What are you talking about? And bring it.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Jake Elliott readies for the field goal try. He was originally drafted by the Bengals. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Zoo.
52, Mike, 52. I'm coming.
Hey!
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Check, 50.
Go, go.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this?
Now. Let go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 27 yards there, a first down.
Check 53.
Ready, break.
53, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Yep.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, 53, Mike, 53.
Buzz.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Right up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey. Get it.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Let's go. Check.
Go.
53 is the mic. Check. 53.
Hey, Alpha.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rock it. Now.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 3.
61, matchbox lights. Smooth. Yes, yes.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Get ready. Get ready.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run with Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's go. 8 read. 59. Protein spill. Hey, high 7.
Check 24. Check 24. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check 59. Time to go. Night.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check Mike. Check. Bravo.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It's caught by Jackson. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You been 10 up. Shit laggy though, man. Like, I done got so many delayed games.
1st and 10.
And all that bullshit, man. Shit laggy as fuck. Shit pissing me off real too.
Sanders trying to find a lane, but instead
I'm trying to do goddamn audibles and shit. I can't even do them.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Now a give right side. Taylor, and some room to roam now. And he'll take this into the end zone.
Oh, shit. I don't play this nigga 1,000 times. Man, he was in there.
His second touchdown of the
He
afternoon.
cool, though. I be fucking I be goddamn talking shit to him. He talking shit. Goddamn nigga. In the other league I was in, the main league I was in, he had the Steelers, I had the Ravens. Shit, me and him, I had some battles and shit. But he wasn't never on my level, though. I won the division every year, but 1 year. My second year, I ain't winning the division. That's the first year I had Jonathan Taylor. I don't know what the fuck. I played different that year. I don't know what the fuck. I played odd as fuck that year, for real, for real. I ain't made the playoffs my second year, but I made the playoffs every goddamn shit, I was winning like 12, 13 games a year. I ain't never make the bowl, though. Niggas be on niggas. You think niggas be good? You think you be good? You run to some niggas that got down. You play a nigga 10 times. You probably gonna win too.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10. The kidder here, it's complete.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get this one across the 35.
Shit, you gotta think about it. When you be like in league, niggas be from everywhere. Like, niggas just, you feel me? Like the league on, man, niggas from everywhere. But I don't think of no niggas in Cali and shit like that, but shit, niggas be from everywhere.
So
niggas be from across the whole goddamn.
At the 38, and they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will.
The dude I'm playing, he
third quarter has come to a close.
He in Cleveland.
Watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, so shit, niggas be from everywhere for real. Niggas be from Virginia. Hella motherfuckers be from that Virginia, North Carolina area in the leagues I be in. Like, all them niggas be from that shit.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the 2nd down throw on target.
Saw it, man. I got a trick game. I ain't gonna even get that bit.
As that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson.
I'm worried about my O-line eating right. My D-line eating right now, boy. Carl Lawson. And that other nigga, that Ricky, they dropped in real life.
So far.
Them niggas going crazy right now, boy. 4-4, 34-4. Them niggas done showed up.
Headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year.
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of keeping the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
You blew the goddamn play up. You nigga in the backfield. I'm trying to hand the ball off. You nigga in the backfield. You run the other way. Fuck that top. Shit.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check 24. Check 26. Check 26. Yep. Slam. Go. Motion. Bumps out the helmet. Here we go. Hey. 53 is the mic. Now.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
You saw it,
As
though.
big of a play as we've had in this one so
long.
far. This is 3rd and 3.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, Charlie. Twitch. Watch the twitch. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Bandit. Ready.
The give to Taylor. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
Hey, Steve 6. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, for a pig.
It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year.
Yeah, linebacker running with the receivers
on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Look at me, zipper. Go.
On 3rd down, Taylor, and an alley to run, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the 4th quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
36. Line 36. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield.
70, Indy.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this loss cost them in the playoff chase.